Hi, everyone. Rise Recovery's mission is to help teens, young adults, and families overcome the effects of drugs and alcohol and partner with the community in education and prevention. Hi, B. Who do we got today?
Hey, Danya. Good morning to you, right?
Good
Good
morning.
morning and good afternoon, whichever it is. So
Whatever.
today we have Eddie. Eddie.
Hey,
I
Eddie.
got
Eddie, I'm so glad that you come to join Danya and I in sharing your experience, strength, and hope. I know, man, that I mean not to say this, but like you're like a rock fixture, you know.
I've been around.
Yeah,
You're an icon.
so and so I mean you've been around, man, for a pretty long time. I'll let you share bits and pieces of that and how long you've been in recovery now. But I don't know, just talk to us a little bit about what was it like for you first coming in, and how did you get connected with Rise, and share a little bit about what, as far as your tools of your program that you use, right, that helps keep this journey of yours. It seems everlasting.
Long, long time ago. Wow, guys, I was the youngest of five. Really, roots coming out of Corpus, so we were back and forth a lot. My dad was a trucker, so he wasn't around much, and my mom did the best that she could. So, but surely she started working at the school and stuff. And as my role models and my older brothers, they were party animals. So I kind of started walking that beat with them, and their job was to watch me. So they would do their thing and I would do my thing. So they were watching in the same, but I started experimenting. By 9 years old, I started drinking. By 12 years old, I kind of experimented with marijuana and I kind of just lingered on and lingered on. I think by 12 or 13 years old, I was starting to make my own path at the local parks and stuff and hanging out with a bunch of different people because my brothers had their own clique and I had my own clique where I was playing basketball, stuff of that nature. And that's when I guess my drinking really kicked off. I think since it was so common. Drinking was so common in my family. Anybody and everybody did it, whether we were in Corpus with the family over there, they were drinking. We were practically moving to the beach and hang out there all weekend and stuff, and sometimes for a week at a time. So we're really beach bums, and everything always consisted of alcohol, and that's all that was there. So hanging out, having friends there, as much as coming back to San Antonio on and off, and wow, and then that lingered all the way to the age of 27 years old. And throughout that time, I played a lot of games. I was losing a lot. I wrecked a lot of cars along the way, and I was just finding my own way and hanging out with negative people. And I didn't know that at the time. They were my friends. That's all I had. And it's kind of like when that's all you got, that's all you deal with, and that's all you become. I hated it when my parents used to say, "You are who you hang around with." I hated it when she said that, and she was so right. You know what I mean? And today, like I said, I slowly but surely at the age of 27, I decided to try something different. I think I was kind of like on my last hangover. And I said, you know what? Let me try something. And that's when I walked into the world of recovery. Actually, I went to the local church and hung out there for a couple hours and kind of cried my addiction away. And I can say it was perfect, but that's when I hit my step one and admitted that there was a problem and I needed to try something. I didn't know what. I said I was just going to try it for 30 days. And I came into the world of AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, and then slowly but surely worked my way into PADAP, Palmer Drug Abuse Program. And by the grace of God, it became Rise Recovery. But man, for like I said, the hangovers, the running away, barely making it in school, on and off jobs here and there just to support my addiction. I mean, I was doing anything and everything, whether I had trouble in San Antonio or run a Corpus and hang out with the family there and vice versa. So it was always playing the game, try to find a easier, softer way till the result was nil.
Mhm.
And well, like I said, I ended up at PADAP, Palmer Drug Abuse Program, and at an AA meeting, they were talking about it, and I said, I want to try something different. I already had 2 years of volunteer work in AA, so I said, let me go to PADAP and check this out. And at that time, we had 4 centers all around the city, and we did have one here on the southeast side of town, which is in my area. And I started hanging out there and getting to know people. And I thought it was cool. I kind of fell in love with what I saw, you know, the camaraderie, the friendship. It was true friendship. It wasn't just like, you know, superficial, like I kind of was used to, kind of sad, but true. And it was true friendship. And kind of said, step one was admitted to the problem. I could see the problem. It's totally out of control. So 30 days later, I kind of made a commitment that I'm not turning around. My mom always said I was a hardhead. Yep, I made a decision and I'm not turning around. And that's how really recovery started for me. I walked in and kind of got comfortable. Everybody was kind of happy doing things, and they were very busy doing fun activities on the weekends, you know, and hanging out. Some of the guys would even bike ride to the meetings and stuff. And that was one of my loves that I grew up with is biking, guys, which it still is one of my loves today. And I keep myself busy with that, you know. I'm still part of AA. I still visit them now and then. I still have a sponsor. Step two is finding necessary to stick with winners in order to grow. Ain't that the truth? You know, today I hang around with people that are sober. You know, the family still deals with their things. They still drink and do their thing, you know, but I respect that and still love them for it. They do what they do. But I do know for the guys, they always had the nerve to cross that line. That's where I really saw the addiction part. And where we had to cross that line to finish the last beer or the last one at the party and stuff. Where today I don't hang around and do stuff like that. Like I said, I've been blessed with the best of friends today. You know, I work in the business as much as awesome sober friends around me. Like I said, I don't stop the world. I just made a decision for myself. And slowly but surely started collecting my chips in recovery, which I got in my hand here that Rise Recovery gives out. And I think they're pretty awesome. So I kind of hold on to them because it reminds me of my early days. We used to have these little aluminum ones. And I always had those in my pocket and people would always freak out. What you got there? Hold on for dear life, you know. And especially the Desire one. And that's the one really that we used to have was the Desire chip one. I used to carry that in my pocket all the time in early recovery. Pretty held on to it for a couple of years. Kind of rotated in my pocket and always had something to hold on to. But yeah,
What's your sobriety date, Eddie?
7/29/90. Dun, 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 dun. About to hit 30 years, guys. 30 years.
Wow.
30 years. Yep.
30 years.
I see a lot of people come and go, guys, and some awesome miracles. Awesome miracles. There's still people that call me and text me periodically, and some living miracles, guys. And they give me that thank you or what's going on. And yeah, now and then, you know, you get that story where they're struggling and they need some help. And I love being there for them. Because a lot of people in recovery have my cell phone number and it does go off periodically in the middle of the night or something like, hey, or I remember back when. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, I remember that. And that was so cool, you know. Like I said, I've seen a lot of faces change, but it's nice to see some more ones come back in and stumble back in and let me know how they like what they saw. And that's what made recovery so awesome for me. It was so crazy and fun, and it still is today.
Yeah.
And part of that today.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
7/29/90.
That's coming up, Eddie.
Yep.
What do you do for 30 years?
Oh my God. Yeah, me and my girlfriend were talking about that. It's kind of hard with this pandemic going on, but we're going to try to figure out something. And I know my kids and them were talking about making a cake. That's cool.
Yeah.
That is one of the struggle. Sugar addiction. I love my sweets. We just had an activity making banana bread. And I kind of got it down, you know, with some awesome help, with some awesome friends that kind of taught me along the way how to do it, you know. And today our activities consist of even up to cooking. So I'm looking forward to our next activity on what we be cooking.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is awesome story, Eddie.
Yeah.
Really glad you're in our life.
So talk a little bit about some of the tools that you use. I know you briefly you did talk about, as far as I know, biking is definitely one of them, things that you enjoy and that you love. But what other kind of tools did you use to keep yourself sane over these coming up on 30 years?
Long time.
About keeping myself sane, right?
Yeah, today I challenge a lot of different things. Well, like I was talking about the cooking. Today I bike practically on a daily. Yeah, we got a heat wave kicking in right now, and it's kind of crazy. So it's kind of like early morning or very late night, which is still scary. And I do love working on bikes, and I've had more than one people come by and tell me what's wrong with their bike and help them with that and stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
I still go to, like I said, to my AA meetings when I get a chance. But yeah, my outlets are always there. I've done marathons, running marathons. Did have surgery in one knee and the other knee was bucking. So I kind of pulled back on that one. Yeah, but I do, I am signed up for a couple of bike marathons right now that since the pandemic, I kind of put that on hold.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy life, guys. You know, like I said, what they do out there is their business. What I do is my business. And I'm part of a bike group. We on before the pandemic, we were biking with 200 to 300 bikers on every Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Wow.
Yeah, 200 to 300 bikers biking across the city. So that's pretty awesome. Today I'm with the racing group right now and biking across the city and stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
So once this pandemic blows over, maybe get back to normal. But I'm still conditioning, of course,
Mhm.
and helping my boys out. And he's starting to get into biking too, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, so
That's
yeah,
awesome.
'cause I'm only about 3 to 5 miles away from downtown. So we'll do the downtown run, do the Alamo, stuff of that nature, and work our way back. So that's very small, considering what's going on right now.
Okay. All right. I have one more question to ask you.
Sure.
So for someone newly coming in, right, walking into these rooms of recovery, what's one advice or great suggestion that you would want to give to them?
Wow, guys, they told me, and I tell that to them. Just keep coming back. Be waiting for the miracle. It's gonna happen. Things are gonna settle. Kind of get comfortable, see what's going on, get to know us. We'll get to know you, and continue being a part of, not apart from, because it's a whole new chapter in your life. And believe me, I didn't hang around this long if I was being miserable. I kind of like what I saw. I got comfortable, and I said, man, you'll be amazed how life gets a little simpler. Things are still going to happen that are out of our control. That's
Yeah.
the cool thing about us finishing our meetings with a serenity prayer. Accepting things I cannot change. Ain't that the truth? But you
Right.
know what? We can change ourselves. Accepting things are going to happen and just making it better, staying sober at all costs, and always calling a sponsor, calling a friend, calling a counselor, and hold on for dear life. There's a 30-day fist holding on, and for me, holding my coin.
Yeah.
And I still got my original coins that I came into recovery with, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, the aluminum is beat up. I still got them. They're not as pretty as our gold ones that we have today.
Right. So they're aluminum and beat up. I love it.
Yeah. It was from rubbing them so much, because I would rub them so much in my butt. Situations were happening, we're like, oh. Yeah, but I thank God every day I continue to live and breathe in the word of recovery and rise recovery.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. I love that.
Thank you so much, Eddie, for being here today. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, strength, and hope. And man, I look forward to that big 30 at the end of the month. So
Dun, 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 dun.
that's a fun thing. Thank
That
you,
is
Eddie.
awesome, Eddie.
Go ahead, Danya. Tell them what we do.
So, Rise Recovery serves 12 to 35-year-olds and their family members. We do not charge for any of our services, thanks to the financial support we get from our community. There's no barriers to come here. You don't need insurance. Just show up for the recovery support. If you or someone you know is struggling with substance use, or if you're just not sure, give us a call at 210-227-2634. Or email us at info@riserecovery.org, or learn more at www.riserecovery.org. And please share this webcast with anyone you know that is seeking help or is struggling. Thank you for watching us today.
All right. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a blessed one. I'll see you.
Bye. Thanks, Eddie.
Sure, love y'all.